Tell me about your InstantClear technology.
Sure, yeah. So now that I've explained just a little bit about the collaborative rights management approach, we've started to now introduce like licensing products on top of that. So we have this great foundation of a fairly broad and massive catalog of music that is represented by active rights holders in the network. It's not just a static, rights database like a PRO. It's dynamic and backed by users. So now we've got these engaged users that are ready to license. So we've now started to build tools for them to license their rights end to end in a more streamlined way. And so InstantClear is the first licensing product we've launched, and it's focused on helping these companies get into that middle and lower middle part of the spectrum. This is an area of your business that you're not really servicing at all. And if you're trying to currently, it's probably pretty operationally costly for you to do it. So this technology can come in here and do the work of potentially hundreds of clearance people that don't have the bandwidth to clear licenses at the $1,000 price point or the $5,000 price point or the $500 price point. So what it basically does is it creates a system where a brand or any type of licensee, a production company working on reality shows, for example, can come into the system and they can propose the licensing terms and the budget that they have. And on the licensor side, the rights holder side of Chordal, they have the tools to directly sign a contract through the system with that client and basically say, we're going to pre-clear a portion of our library for these terms and budgets. And then what Chordal does in the background is it looks at every song and it looks at the percentage shares within every song and looks at each rights holder that control those shares and gathers those clearances on the song. And then once all the parties have cleared their shares, that song goes over to the buyer and it can be licensed instantly through a single invoice and a single contract signing. So, if you're familiar at all with the old school way, that license for 5 stakeholders would require 5 contracts and 5 separate invoices. And so if you are doing, a license for $1,500 for just like a reality show queue, that's a pretty expensive license to process as a company. It's like very slow and it's going to take your team a lot of time. And that's why these things just aren't really being done at scale. And so through InstantClear now, that buyer can basically say, cool, here's what I got to offer. Here are the terms that I have. And then I'm just going to sit here and then get the music that I'm eligible to instantly license as I go. So now social media teams at a big brand can sit there and just pull songs from the system that are ready to go at their budget and license terms, and they can just easily pay. So it feels like a library, but actually they're licensing high-end commercial music.